exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind. This is the Atom Effect. Achieve things out of mind.
What up, YouTube? We in the building. Y'all make some noise. I was trying to find my little video that I had, but I forgot which one did I put it to? Excuse me, let me see. Shoot, I can't remember. 4? Was it 4? Yes, it was. Yeah, that just get me hype, man. That just get me hype. Shout out to everybody that tuned into the Blac Pill Podcast. If you tuned in, you are the resistance and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We're going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Atom Effect. Join the movement. Yes, sir. All right, where we at? What up, y'all? What up, gang? I'm in the building. You know what it is, man. Now, is justice being served here? Today's episode for you. Quick episode. First off, shout out to Karmelo. Shout out to Austin Metcalf. Rest in peace to Austin Metcalf, and condolences to his family. But the main episode, or the main topic for today we're going to discuss is Karmelo Anthony posting bond and his release for jail. So congratulations to Karmelo Anthony. Because, yeah, I thought they was going to make this ninja sit. I'm shocked that they actually let him reduce his bail, but I guess based off of Texas laws, I don't know, I guess he was acting within Texas laws. We're going to look at the whole situation, and then we're going to let you guys know what we think, and what we're going to hear what you guys have to say if anybody pulls up. You know how it goes with this YouTube shit, man. But even if y'all don't pull up, hey, man, if you watch the playback, shout out to everybody watching the playback. You know, if you watch the playback, don't be shy, leave a comment. We see you. Shout out to all the people on here. I know all my supporters. I know them by name. We're gonna first go to Instagram and see what's popping off there. I wanted to take a look again at the flight with Gayle King and the rest of them. NVIDIA will manufacture AI supercomputers in the United States. Shout out to NVIDIA. You heard it here first. NVIDIA will become a $1 trillion company if it's not one already. Reason why I'm not as excited, I don't have any I was gonna say alcohol. I don't have any coffee in my system. Y'all know what it is though, man. It's your boy. Like I said, support us at the Ko-Fi, at the Atom Effect. Dollar goes a long way, my ninja. Shout out to Rumble. What up, Rumble? Y'all could donate through the app on Rumble. Shout out to the multi-chat. Twitch, we see you. What up, Twitch? So yeah, like I said, I got a couple things I wanted to show you guys. Let's go through the net real quick. Hold on. Before I go here, let me turn this off. Let me see. Shoot. Barack Obama. Well, here's what we're going to talk about. Like I said, Karmelo Anthony, the teen charged in the fatal stabbing of Austin Metcalf during a track meet in self-defense, has been released on bond after the judge reduced the amount from $1 million to $250,000. So for those of you who don't know, if you ever had to pay bail, you pay 10% of that bail. So $1 million, he would have had to pay $100K. They reduced it to $250,000, so he only had to pay 25 bands. Here we go.
We're up.
Why were you armed? Karmelo, why were you armed?
Yeah, they be trying to stop the broadcast, bro. They can't stop us, though. You just gotta laugh at the shit at this point. Hey, man, like I said, man, tell everybody about the show, man. They be trying to demonetize you, boy. They ain't gonna demonetize me. Anyways, back to what we saw. For those of you that missed a piece of what we saw Karmelo Anthony being approached by reporters. And, of course, he ain't trying to talk to nobody. I'm pretty sure he's just happy to be home. You know, at the same time, for those of you who act like 17 is an adult or 18 is an adult, you were a kid at the time. You've just been traumatized by life. You were a kid. 17 years old, you're a kid. You don't have any idea what's going on. Now, remember when you were 30? Shout out to the older people. Remember when you were 30? You have no idea what's going on, man. Come on now. Give that kid some grace. There's a difference between 17 and 20, 21, 24. We know that. You're practically a grown adult body, but you're not mature mentally. So, yeah, he probably didn't want to be bugged. Yeah, I don't know what happened with this program, bro. I thought I fixed it this weekend. It's not reconnecting. I don't know what the hell going on, bro. Anyways, let's go to Atom Effect. Look. I'm looking. We back. When it don't add up, you gotta subtract, people. So I had to take Twitch out the equation. All right, we got Rumble in here. We got YouTube in here. Let me see. It says the chat not available for Rumble. What's going on with this shit, dog? That shit make you, boy, you be stressed out, dog. Let me see. Rumble chat. Why is the chat not available? Let me see. Custom browser docs. Yeah, that shit make you want to tweak out, dog. That shit make you want to tweak out, bro. It's hard to not tweak out, bro. All right, anyways, we're gonna roll with it. Like I said, I got the multi-chat in here. Hey, man, so like I said, when it don't add up, you gotta subtract. So we had to take Twitch out the equation, unfortunately. hopefully they let me finish this show because I don't know what's going on, bro. And I got stuff I got to do today, so we'll see. Like I was saying, Sean Keaston in custody after failing to post a $100,000 bond. Back to what I was saying in an Adam effect or the Adam experience. I don't know what's wrong with this shit, bro. What's wrong with this shit? Hold on. Let me see something real quick. These people playing with me, bro. Let me go on Rumble, make sure we good. I don't know what's wrong with these people, bro. Make sure it's still streaming. Are we still live streaming? How do I check this out? Let me see my content. Let me see live streaming, live streams. Yeah, recordings in progress. Boom. Let me see. Boom. We look good. Let me pop out chat. Control C. There we go. One sec, y'all. All right, we good? All right, we're good. All right, my bad, y'all. I'm just putting out the chat. These people so annoying. That shit is so mentally draining. If you guys only knew, doing this streaming stuff, it's cool sometimes, but behind the allure of it all, oh my God. Oh my God. That shit crazy, homie. That shit is insane, bro. It is insane. All right, got the chat back up for Rumble. Anyways, like I was saying, man, let's go to an Adam experience. They ain't finna ruin the show. We're gonna finish the show. It's also because I'm hungry, guys. Being on this diet is not easy, man, because you want to eat, bro. You know, you addicted to food. I'm addicted to food. All right, so first things first. We got a St. Louis man arrested for allegedly burying children in his own backyard. Ninja. These people, bro. Here we go.
Okay, so the man been burying kids in the backyard.
Girl, not no kids.
Yeah.
You lying. You lying.
So his roommate got locked up last night, they said, and told everything. So they came to pick him up today.
Yep.
And so
Girl, he got kids.
They found a few of them.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's basically what they doing, trying to find the bodies.
What?
The reason the FBI came was because when the roommate snitched,
Yeah.
he gave them the name of a missing person.
Yeah.
What?
Came out here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Oh my
they
God.
always for them to
Yeah.
it gotta be some type of something.
Ninjas wonder why I'm on 10. Ninjas wonder why I don't play with these threats on social media. Like, you could talk shit. We could talk shit. You can say you don't like what I got to say. Once you get to threatening me, bro, self-preservation kicks in, bro. I have no remorse, bro, because it's weirdos out here like that in these streets. Parents, I tell you, protect your kids out here in these streets, man.
So
It gotta be something true.
Yeah,
Yeah, for them to come.
Missing person,
You
they
can't
gonna
just
come.
say,
Yeah, you
I
can't
heard.
say. Yeah, you gotta.
So did he live in this house?
Yeah,
Do y'all know? Cause I a fucking creep.
She said
he never got caught. That's
She
why
said she was a
he ain't
kid
had
back in
the arrest.
2009. She said she sang about her baby motherfuckers at 2 o'clock.
You
Yeah,
lying.
they said
2009.
But what the hell, boy?
What we talking about here? I'm a little confused now. 2009. Ninja, it's 2025. What are we talking about? Anyways.
he just had a bonfire
Girl, I
or something
I
like
got
2
an
weeks
appointment
ago.
right here.
Real? Yeah.
And I've been
They
living
said he
on.
was back there burning shit, but they was like,
What?
they was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He be out here
Burning shit?
digging, because they was like,
Just like some Jeffrey Dahmer.
they got him. No, they already got him. They took him away.
They need to take his ass.
Shout out to the black people for the commentary. Oh. Yes, Looney Tunes out here in these streets, boy. Anyways, we got, I don't even want to bring kids on here, man. Shout out to the baby. He had his niece or his nephew. I think that was his niece. She was practicing rapping. Shout out to her. We was gonna put her up, but like I said, that just made me like I said, protect the kids, man. The kids are the precious cargo of America, man. I don't know about all that, dog. So we're gonna flip the switch. Let me see. Kids, don't do drugs. Parents, people, don't do drugs. We brought this to show you guys, don't do drugs. Hardcore drugs. Don't be doing no drugs. Here you go.
You on One Stop TV, and your name is? Shotty who? Shotty. Okay, and you give me permission to record you today? Okay.
Now, like I said, this is not for entertainment purposes only. This specifically is for educational purposes. People, don't do drugs because this is how you'll turn out. And she says she's only been doing this for 5 years. Here we go.
What's your drug of choice?
Cocaine.
Cocaine. How long have you been dealing with that?
5 years.
5 years and she looks like that. God damn.
What the hell, boy?
Damn. Sad situation, man. What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What are you doing? We got to get more sounds up in here. Here we go.
5 years. What drew you to the streets?
Well, yeah.
Talk a little louder.
That's because of family problems.
Family problems? Okay, you got kids?
I got 7 kids.
7 kids. Do they come and check on you?
My daughter don't even know I'm back on this.
Huh?
My daughter don't know I'm back on this.
And look, she can't even speak. 7 kids. And I don't check on her. And she said her daughter doesn't know that she's back in the streets, back on it. Like I said, man, hey, I'm telling y'all, bro, the world's not a nice place. Shout out to Papa Black. The world's not a nice place. So protect yourself from this type of shit, man. Here we go.
Your daughter don't know. Are they from Tampa?
And this Florida. Shout out to Florida.
How old is your last baby?
16.
16? Okay. How was your childhood growing up?
Good.
You had a good childhood? If you could ask God one question and he answer you, what you would ask God?
Change me.
To change you? So right now, if I got sources to take you to rehab, would you be willing to go? Right now. So we finna get in the car and we're gonna go to rehab. You don't want to go?
She ain't trying to go.
You don't want to go?
Yep, some people, look, one thing I learned coming up, some people you can't reason with and some people don't want to be saved. Majority of people don't want to be saved. We're going to put it like that. Majority of people don't want to be saved, but most people you can't reason with. So y'all got to keep that in mind. So my advice to you kids, when y'all find your way to my page, hopefully you see this, don't do drugs or else you'll be in this situation. Grown-ups, don't do drugs or else you'll be in this situation. Them hardcore drugs, that's why I tell you, I don't play about them drugs, boy. Here we go.
What caused all the pain in your life?
It's never, I just have to say this. I got to give my commentary. Yeah, bro, it's never been a time, bro, where I just wanted to hit, I just wanted to do that specifically. Like I said, most I done did is get right with the Lord. Yes, sir. Here we go.
I break up. Mother.
Don't cry.
My damn mouth hurt.
Your mouth hurt?
Yeah.
So when the last time you talked to your family?
I talk to my family every day.
Every day? Okay. So I'm going to leave my number, and if you want to get help, you could call me. I'll take you to rehab. I ride around and see who needs help. Okay?
Okay.
Shout out to this lady for helping, fighting the good fight. That's the goal of the Atom Effect, man. We want to fight the good fight. But we can't fight the good fight by ourselves. We need you guys. You guys are a part of us. Shout out to the core. All right, so an 11-minute trip to space. So we're gonna discuss this. So I've been seeing all type of shit. Let me see. Where will I start this video? I don't have the first video. Do I have the first video? Oh yeah, I do have the first video. Before we do that, quick laugh, man. It's early in the morning. Shout out to everybody that pull up to the page. Like I said, we appreciate you, man. Let's have a quick laugh. We got a request up in here. We ain't finna. Let's see what this request is about. Let me see. Who knows? Somebody probably messaged me because that didn't fix it, but it's probably some hate mail, and that's why we can't access it, man. Hey, you know what it is, man. We're gonna keep persevering and pushing for success. All right, so first things first. We have this parent right here, or granddad. It says how to keep your kid quiet during a haircut. For those of you who don't know, I used to get my haircut. I used to get that 1, sometimes a 0 when I go get a haircut when I was a youngin'. Shout out to my parents. I was able to grow my hair. I grow my hair now. My parents is like, oh, you look like a girl, so we got to cut your hair. So yeah, bro. So when I was younger, yeah, man, that joint used to, boy, I don't know what it is. When you're young and your head is still forming, that John, as they say, is it that John? Shout out to black people with their ebonics. Is it that John? That John be hurting, boy. That John be hurting. So, I be sitting there like, and crying and shit. Shout out to the kid. So this parent came with his belt. He came with his belt and he wanted to see what his kid was gonna do. Here we go. I can't put the music, but this is how to keep your kid quiet during the haircut. Shout out to the parents. He got the belt with him. And that kid is steady quiet. He was probably scrambling and scraping, as Diddy would say. He was like, But yeah, man, shout out to the parents, man. Now, this is what I wanted to discuss. We're going to discuss the space thing, and then after that, we'll get back into the main event, which is Karmelo. Before we discuss the space thing, shout out to the Democratic Party. Democrats, stand up. Shout out to the Democrats. Democrats, stand up. Hey, Democrats, y'all want to know why I don't side with you guys? Just like I said, I don't side. Look, first off, I'm on the Black Party. I'm on the Black Party. What up? What up? And I'm not metaphorically speaking as in, no, I'm metaphorically speaking. I'm not referring to my skin tone. I'm referring to the black atom, the black at my party, the me party, okay? I'm on my side because all you people are weirdos to me. I'm just gonna keep it a bean, right? We're gonna keep it a stack. All you people are weirdos to me, bro. Because all the people, the way you people act, and like I said, majority of you people judge me before I even open my mouth. So because of that, I let you think what you want to think. So you see this and you like, yeah, this ninja a thug. Probably moving dope. You see me in a nice car. Yeah, this ninja, what are you, a rapper? Hey, maybe. Anyways, yeah, so this is why. This is just an example, and this is taken out of context, of course. But these are supposedly, this is supposedly a Democratic National Convention, or maybe just a Democratic convention, or a Democratic get-together. And I seen this, and I had to bring this up. And I'm not siding with anybody here, right? I'm not siding with anybody here, but shit like this makes me uncomfortable, and that's why I kind of remove myself from that bullshit. And that's another reason why a majority of people don't like me back home, because I think completely different, because I was raised in this kind of environment, and now I'm in a conservative environment, and now I'm down the middle with the two. You feel what I'm saying? No pun intended. Big pause, no pun intended, big pause, down the middle with the two. Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. I'm just saying, not that I'm one of you, but I see you. But like I said, I'm down the middle. So I understand both parties, but I don't trust any of y'all, because look, this is an example, because I've seen Republicans. Shout out to January 6th. Shout out to January 6th. I've seen what the Republicans can do. This is what the Democrats can do. 1 second. Here we go. Hold up.
Now, if you do not listen to her, your event will be shut down right now. Right now. Your decision. Make a decision now.
One day, when the glory comes.
All right, so just so you guys know what's going on here is Bernie Sanders. Shout out to Bernie. I don't know if this was recent. I don't know when this happened. I seen it on social media and I brought it for entertainment purposes only, and educational purposes actually. But yeah, so he was having a speech or whatever that he was giving, and these ladies approached him, and I guess they wanted to say something, and he was gonna let them say something after he finished, and they wanted to stop him from what he was saying to say what they wanted to say, which I understand, right? Don't get me wrong. I understand, you feel strongly about something that you're trying to talk about. Okay, you got to do what it do. But when it started to get disrespectful, that's why I say, hey, I have to remove myself from this situation. That's why I'm not around people that can't respect themselves. Because if you can't respect yourself, you damn sure can't respect me. Me, even though I don't have the best life, I still respect myself. So you see, I carry myself with a certain demeanor. I move with a certain energy. My parents taught me to respect myself and respect others, treat others how you wanted to be treated. Now, this is an example of people I don't want to be around. Here we go. And we gonna take this copyright. We gonna take this copyright. Look at this lady tweaking, bro. Can y'all see that?
What the hell, boy?
We gotta make it bigger for you to see this shit. Hold on.
We are going to let you on the mic.
Hold up.
Okay. All right. So we are trying to be reasonable.
This lady is all in this ninja space. Now, if this ninja would have tweaked out, they would have all called him crazy. Ninja.
What the hell, boy?
Ninja. That's why I stay away from people. I don't like people in my space like that. Like, shout out to Austin. Look, shout out to Austin. What it is, Austin? What up, Austin? One thing I had to get used to in Austin, bro. I had to get used to people standing so close up on your ass like you can smell them, bro. I cannot stand that stupid ass shit, boy. My bad, Melody. I don't mean to go off like that in the morning, bro. I cannot stand that shit, boy. When people be in my personal space to the point where I can smell what you smell like, you know everybody has a natural smell. Do you guys know that? I don't know. Maybe I got a big ass nose. So look, maybe I got a big ass nose. I can smell everybody's natural smell, like their human smell, right? And I'm not saying this to be rude, prejudice. Everybody has their own different smell. Everybody. Generally the same smells depending on your color, not to be racist. But yeah, everybody has a smell. So there are some people I don't want to smell because some people don't take care of themselves properly. I'm not saying a specific type of person. I'm saying, no, there's some people that just don't wash themselves properly, be walking around stinking. And bro, I can't do it, bro. Unless I just came from the gym, there's just no way, bro. So you'll walk up in the store and ninjas will be on your butt, bro. I'm talking about on you, like up on you. Like if I was to turn quickly, they would get hit by my shoulder. And in my head, because that's not normal where I'm from, in my head, I'm like, bro, why are you standing that close to me where you could practically, if I turn, I will run into you, bro? Like they stand that close to each other. And I guess maybe it's because it's a lot of people in Texas, heavily populated area, you know, so it's like everybody trying to make space for everybody. But it's like, hey, I don't like to be packed like a sardine. And that's why I say I have no fear. But I think what it is I might have claustrophobia. I might be claustrophobic because I don't like people in my space like that unless I invited you into my space, bro. Please do not touch me. Please don't get in my space. And shout out to my fans. Say, if y'all ever see me in real life, right? Say, hey, I see you online. I'm a fan. Let me know you a fan. Because if you want some weird shit, bro, I'm telling you, bro, don't pull up like that, bro. Because I'm going to be like, whoa, 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 whoa. And like I said, don't be shocked or don't be disappointed if I hit you with that fist bump. I hit everybody with this fist bump. This to let you know, hey, I don't know where you at yet. So, hey, what's up? I'm not going to clap you up like that. I don't know where your hands have been, my ninja, okay? I don't like people touching me, like I said. So I don't like getting sick and stuff. So I'm going to keep it simple. Hey, what up, though? What up, though? And, yeah, so this lady put herself all over this ninja and this other lady, and they tweaking. And if I was him, I would be in fear of my life, right? And the reason why I would be in fear of my life is not that I'm not capable of doing something. It's the fact that if I did something, everybody there would attack me like I was the aggressor when I was defending myself against these tyrants. Yes, I'm gonna use that word, tyrant. Look at this. Look at this shit. Look at that shit. Now, if I had did the same thing as a man, and that's why I say I draw the line where everybody I know, majority of the people I know back home, we don't vibe the same way. Cause that's not fucking normal to me. That's not normal to me. There's nothing you can tell me that's not normal to me. Somebody yelling in my ear like they ain't got no common sense is not normal. I'm not finna, especially if I don't know you, I'm not finna sit there and act like that's normal. And that's why I had to, I gotta measure twice to cut once. I had to cut that one time. And now I don't really rock with y'all ninjas. Here we go.
We're gonna let you on the mic.
Look at that.
We're gonna give you the mic.
Look at that. And then they have somebody backing them up and they're bullshit. Look at this shit. You can't make this shit up, bro. You can't make this shit up, bro. Look at this.
After Senator Sanders.
No common sense. No law and order.
After Senator Sanders.
Imagine they probably not even in the same tax bracket, and she's sitting there yelling at this ninja. You know what she would say if she heard me right now? She would say, I don't care. I can say what I want and do what I want. Ninja. No law and order, ninja. But y'all want me to condone to that bullshit? Come on, bro. Get the, like I said, I can't say what I want to say because this is a show for everybody. Okay, this is a show for everybody. We see everybody on here. But yeah, I can't get behind that bullshit, man. And shout out to the comments. Somebody said black privilege. No, it's not black privilege, bro. It's just stupidity, bro. It's stupidity. It's this whole thing that's behind this bullshit, which is, I call it, what did I call it? Again, it's GM. Wait, it's gaslight, manipulate, guilt trip, and shame. These tactics, if you move with those tactics, right? And I even smell that on you, you'll never deal with me in life. If you try to gaslight, guilt trip, shame, and manipulate me into a form of submission to benefit you, I want nothing to do with you. Okay, we just gonna put that out there. And yeah, like I said, both of them ladies is tweaking, bro. They should have been arrested for acting like that, bro. She's verbally assaulting and accosting the man. Here we go. And touching him. That's assault, bro. You can't just touch somebody without their permission. Hence today's topic too.
After Senator Sanders.
Do not tell me what
After
to do.
Senator Sanders.
Sit down.
After Senator Sanders. Okay. All right.
Let her speak.
All right.
Where's the police, bro? Where's the police?
What the hell, boy?
Why is the police not taking this woman into custody?
All right, where's
If a ninja was acting, bro, I always say a ninja, like I'm not, like I said, guys, I say a ninja because I'm black, okay? It's my avatar that I chose to come up in here and rock in the world, right? So look, bro, if I was to do that, do you ninjas understand that these people would attack me, bro? And that's why I have no grace for people. I have no grace for people. Because if I was to do that, my big ass, and I'm not even that big, I've seen some huge ninjas out here in these streets. If I was to do that, ninjas would try and put a bullet in my head, bro. They would try and attack me, bro. So yeah, she needed to be arrested immediately, bro.
We're shutting it down. You are shutting it down. You are disrupting this event. You are disrupting this event. We will. No, you are shutting it down. We are shutting.
And look, so shout out to everybody that be like, oh, first off, shout out to President DJT. Hey, bro. So look, when y'all turn around and say, and this is not a political statement, this is just a entertainment statement, right? When y'all turn around and say that y'all didn't want President Donald Trump in office, right? And that's okay. This is what would have been controlling the office, like this kind of bullshit. And that's what you guys wanted. I'm sorry, I can't get behind it, bro. There's nothing you can tell me, bro. It's like, what are we talking about? Now, I know that's one specific instance, but like I said, if there's no decorum, I want no parts, bro. And like I said, I'm a rapper saying that. So I know it's a time and place for everything. So it's a time to be rapping and all that and dance and go crazy. And there's a time for some decorum, bro. At a political rally or whatever the case may have you, yeah, get hyped up, but don't be tweaking on the people that you're supposed to put in power, bro, because you're tripping, bro. It doesn't work like that, bro. It does not work like that. Anyways,
we will shut it down. You are shutting it down. You are. No. How long are you gonna go? How long are you gonna go?
Hold it, man. I'm happy to hold it. Excuse me. No. That's your attitude that I have nothing to say.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the Democrats. That's the kind of thing that we're seeing on video, on record, and you want us to get behind it. Nobody's going to get behind that, bro. That's insane, bro. Anyways, like I said, last thing before we get into the main event, which is Karmelo Anthony and Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. You know what I was going to say. I was going to accidentally say Kyle Rittenhouse. My bad, my ninja.
What the hell, boy?
My bad, my ninja. Two things, actually. So a man stabbed after discovering bodies left in Houston mortuary with no AC. I told you, you ninjas are loony. These ninjas are loony, bro. Loony. Let's get into it, man. Here we go.
Left decomposing in a room with.
Let me read it first, because like I said, I got to bring this to you guys because you guys think I'm tripping. This is what I see on my algorithm. So on my algorithm, a horrifying discovery was made at Richardson Mortuary in Houston. A man went to check on his deceased mother and ended up exposing what many are calling a funeral home nightmare. He went live on Facebook showing several bodies inside the mortuary with no air conditioning and visible signs of decay. Ninja. The craziest part is the dude working at the mortuary tried to stab the ninja. Here we go.
No AC. We want to thank you for joining us for KPRC 2 News at 6. I'm Keith Garvin.
Good evening. I'm Daniela Guzman. Well, Richardson Mortuary is located near Alameda Road and West Fuqua in southwest Houston. So since we broke...
I've been out there, ninja. I used to stay in Houston, ninja. What up? What up, H? What up to Houston? Hey, bro. I done drove by that place, my ninja. That's insane, bro. I'm telling you, ninjas are loony. It's loonies out in these streets, and that's why I be looking like,
But what the hell, boy?
cause bro, it's loonies out here in these streets, bro. I've driven past that place.
This story, more families have showed up to the mortuary concerned for their loved ones remains.
Crazy, bro.
Our reporter Corley Peel is there right now. What else have you learned since you got there, Corley?
Daniela and Keith, we spoke with HPD, and in the past 30 minutes or so, we've learned that 10 bodies were found inside this funeral home earlier today. If you take a look behind me, you can see that this is still an active scene, a heavy police presence. We've seen cars coming and going from this location. We've been told that the bodies that were found inside this funeral home are being moved to another funeral home location. Now, take a look at this video that we received earlier today. This cell phone video is basically what
left decomposing.
Hold up, we got more. We got more.
My mama's supposed to be at, bro. They got dead bodies in this building with no AC. No AC, man. These people, family members. Y'all family members up here in this building with no AC. They're not taking care of. Man, y'all took on y'all people, man. Richardson Memorial Services. Bro, they just got people in these caskets in this building being worked on. Doors wide open. Bro, if y'all got people, check on
them. Jesus.
Door wide open, bro. They doing construction on this building.
Jesus. Imagine the smell.
Mama's supposed to be here, bro. They got dead bodies in this building with no AC.
She's in that building because he said that it was AC, it was working, nothing was broken, everything is still cool. I walked in the building, these guys are working, say they don't know better, right? I walked
so
in there.
look, y'all. So look, they talking about the situation escalated when a man was stabbed by a mortuary employee shortly after making the video. He was taken to the hospital and is recovering. So that ninja got mad that he exposed. He tried to off the ninja. Come on, bro.
You what?
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. This scary times, bro. Scary times to end times. Shout out to Jesus. Don't take me yet, though. I ain't trying to leave you. I got some stuff I got to do, bro. Don't take me yet. I'm going to keep pushing. I get lost in the sauce, but don't take me yet. I got to keep going. Here we go.
I can smell the foul smell. And I see caskets sitting everywhere. So then I saw the blue. So I knew it was my mom. And I opened up the casket. And she had gnats flying around her face.
I heard that shit.
Already sweating. So then I went further into, because the smell was so bad, and you can see a dead body from where I was standing, right?
And this is another thing I'm gonna tell you guys too. I know people that work in a morgue. I know a couple people that work at the morgues, mortuary, whatever you call them. Yeah, y'all gotta make sure these people have mental health professionals checking on them, because at some point they start to like kind of tweak out. Like I know a couple, like I done sat with them in the gym. I'm telling you, I meet a lot of people in the gym, bro. I don't want to call them crazy in case they watch the show, you feel me? But yeah, like one ninja told me, I'm not finna say his name, shout out to my boy, but he was like, yeah, you know, just being there, I've been there for a couple years, I'm getting depressed and shit. I'm like, bro, you need to seek help. I'm like, bro, maybe you should leave a job, bro. I'm like, yo, it's getting serious. And he's like, oh no, you know, I need the money and stuff. Y'all should have mental health professionals for people who work in the mortuaries off backs, bro. And off backs is something that we say, or something that we used to say in the city. Off backs means like effective, like immediately, like pronto, like yesterday, back in the past, not even in the future. If that makes sense. If it doesn't, hey, yeah, y'all need to have that off backs, bro. Here we go.
I can show it to you here. She's in that building.
Like I said, scary times, homie. Scary times. All right, so now we're gonna get into the space stuff. So I start with this video. I'm gonna preface this with this video. So some people are out here saying that space isn't real and that it's being fabricated and told to us as a lie, and there's this firmament and all this shit.
You what?
But what the hell, boy?
I mean, well, you know, y'all piqued my interest, right? Y'all piqued my interest, so I started looking into this shit. I should do this on Skeptical Sundays. I just be needing a break, but we probably start bringing back Skeptical Sundays. I don't know yet, but yeah. So look, this for example, they're like I said, watch the video. Here we go.
This guy's doing a flip right here, and the guy next to him just reaches up and grabs a harness that's right on his hip.
All right, so in this video, like I said, they're discussing the fact that space, like when people are in space, it's staged and all this stuff. I'm just like, what about these people that were in space this last year? And they're like, it's fake. I'm like, okay, how? They're like, this is how. So here we go.
I gotta pause it real quick. I'm gonna pause it because the funniest part to me, well, there's several funny parts, by the way, but the lady in the background with the hair, it's like, did someone not think that like we've got to make her hair look like that, right? It's got to be.
And then that's where I'm like, okay, so they're gonna say that her hair is standing up. I'm like, okay, you know, they're saying that it's standing up and it's not moving. And I'm like, okay, I see what you're saying. I can pick up what you're putting down. So for example, if I let my hair out, my hair is braided up, but if I let it out, it's long. So if I'm in space, wouldn't it be floating and stuff? Now that's a good point. That's a good point. Now, did she style her hair like that? And they're trying to say or make the argument that she styled her hair like that for the video, or they styled it. They being the powers that be. Here we go.
Standing up. Dude, it is hard as a rock. It's not moving.
Yeah, it's not moving.
It's like, we must be in space. Look at her hair. Like,
You would think that it was moving.
This thing called hairspray. So here goes this guy doing a backflip, and
then gravity just like gravity goes away. He must have found a pocket.
Gravity goes away and he fell.
Yeah.
Or he got caught up in that harness he's wearing.
I feel like he just flexed his muscles. I don't know. Y'all starting to get me on this shit, but I don't believe in this firmament. I don't know, bro. All I do know is the world is the stage, okay? Shout out to the world. The world is the stage. Believe that. The world is the stage. Here we go.
Yeah.
In the background.
Yeah.
Holy hell.
And it's obviously
There's an arrow.
A guy filming with a green tennis ball in front of a blue screen.
Y'all see that?
Clearly, I mean, it's not even.
And then here's a clip of what they turned it into.
Here's his water particle. Yeah.
I don't know, bruh.
Wow.
This guy just disappears like, oh.
What do you guys think, bro? I don't know, bro.
I'm good to go. Hey, I gotta go. Yeah, what we got back there? Another green screen.
And this guy,
the ones where they're doing the he's hanging his shirt, like you can see, like
So they're saying the shirt's hanging. I don't know, bro. So look, if you guys go look, you know, if you go look, hold on, let me make it a little bigger so we could discuss. Let me see. So for example, hold on, my bad. It's a lot of clicking I gotta do. Boom, 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 boom. Here we go. All right. So look, for example, they're saying that his shirt is hanging right here. I don't know what to believe. Like, they're like, okay, because if it's in space, why is it not being pulled? Why is it not loose? You know, why is it not loose and all floaty and stuff if there's no gravity in space? Shout out to the scientists. Scientists, y'all got to come on the Blac Pill and explain this, bro, because I don't know, bro. I don't know. They starting to get me, bro. You know, we learn all this stuff in school. You want to learn everything in school. I'm like, bro, I don't know, bro. Here we go.
It's like if you take your hands right now and you grab your shirt and you just pull out.
Yeah.
Like it's. Yeah. This one's my favorite right here. The green guy goes to reach for.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a doofus.
But watch their thing at the end. I think this guy's always in it, man. He's the biggest clown. Yeah.
He's the worst. Like they got to be like, hey Bob, we got to get you out of here, bro. Like you're blowing our.
Look at this.
Let me reach up there. Oh wait. Oh, kung fu.
Here, I'm gonna pause it real quick. I'm gonna pause it real quick. So
we have to. We got to expand.
So I imagine this guy in the green that's doing this flip, like when they're practicing, like, oh, this guy's got the shit, man. He nails every flip, and you can never tell, right? So he's like the practice king of flips. But then whenever they go to film it, he gets nervous and he spoofs it up and grabs his harness because he is the most.
He's Ray Finkel.
Yeah, this guy's doing it.
What do y'all think, bro? I don't know.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
I don't know. So I preface that, and let's hit that segue. All right, so shout out to Gayle King, shout out to Katy Perry, shout out to Jeff Bezos' wife, shout out to all of them. So yesterday they didn't have footage to show us about them going up in the all-female launch, so we was confused, and I was like, bro, they went up and went down. If you guys go watch the stream from yesterday morning, you can find that. I'm gonna set it up so you guys will be able to find it. Yeah, so now they finally released the footage of them in space, and I'm just like, after seeing that video, I'm a little bit skeptical myself. They did 11 minutes to space. I'm just like, bro, how much did that cost? Now, Jeff Bezos, he's good for it. That ninja got the money. Shout out to Jeff Bezos. That ninja, I'm sorry. Shout out to Jeff Bezos. Now, he's good for it, but I don't know, bro. I don't know. We're going to start with this video.
I found something really weird about the 11-minute trip to space that happened today. So if you didn't know, the first all-female crew went to space today for a couple minutes. It included people like Gayle King, Katy Perry, and Lauren Sanchez, the fiance of Jeff Bezos. And watching from the bottom was Oprah Winfrey, Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, a lot of celebrities involved with this. First of all, I want to talk about the outfits and the symbol in particular on the outfits. At first, it
now, before we get into this, Ninja, You know, I'm scared to go to space, Ninja. Space is real. Hey, man, we're going to stamp it right here. I never want to go to space, but just to prove to me that it's real, take me to space, Ninja. Take me to space. I'm scared shitless. I'm scared shitless thinking about it. But take me to space. If this shit is real, take me to space so I can see it myself. And y'all gonna see me up there. Guess what I'm gonna be doing? I'm gonna hit that in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. God, please protect me and protect the world. Oh my God, because I can't believe I'm up here and this shit is real. Yeah, bro. Take me to space, bro. Take me to space, bro. Take me. Take me. I want to see this shit for myself. Here we go.
It looks like just a rocket or a pod, whatever it is. But when you flip it upside down, it looks really interesting, almost like a symbol that we've seen before.
But what the hell, boy?
Shout out to the conspiracy theorists. Let me run that back.
I found something really weird about the 11-minute trip to space that happened today. So if you didn't know, the first all-female crew went to space today for a couple minutes. It included people like Gayle King, Katy Perry, and Lauren Sanchez, the fiance of Jeff Bezos. And watching from the bottom was Oprah Winfrey, Kris Jenner, Khloe Kardashian, a lot of celebrities involved with this. First of all, I want to talk about the outfits and the symbol in particular on the outfits. At first, it looks like just a rocket or a pod, whatever it is. But when you flip it upside down, it looks really interesting, almost like a symbol that we've seen before. And I'm not saying that this is anything demonic or anything like that, but I mean, the similarities, it's hard to ignore. I don't know who created the logo, but the outfits themselves were designed by Lauren Sanchez, and she collabed with the co-founders of Monse, which is a really popular brand. But anyway, here is a map of the flight that they took. It's done by Blue Origin, owned by Jeff Bezos. It's his company.
When he was trying to make people go to space, they kept failing. So I'm shocked that the rocket didn't blow up. Not saying that I wanted that to happen. I'm saying, bro, like, that's what I was worried about, bro. Like, I was confused. Like, how is this even a thing? So I don't know.
You can see exactly how it went down. It looks like they were in space for about 2 minutes, or the edge of space for about 2 minutes. And when they came out and landed, everyone was super emotional.
Look, shout out to this comment. This comment said, "This is so fake. Do you know how long you have to train to go to space?" This is exactly what I'm saying. Don't they have to train their bodies to prepare for space? Because that's what we were told back when we was youngins, right? Am I mistaken? Am I mistaken? Were we not supposed to, like, they had to train? Like, I remember seeing astronauts watching, because look, shout out to Papa Black. You know what Papa Black used to make me and my brother watch when we were younger? We used to watch Animal Planet and Discovery Channel. Yes, sir. Whoever watched Animal Planet and Discovery Channel, our dad would make us watch that because he was trying to get us into the idea of learning and education and shit. So shout out to Papa Black for that. But yeah, bro, so I done seen astronauts had to train. They had to train. They had to literally train to, like, get ready and prepare for space. They had to get used to the idea of no gravity because of what it does to the body and all these things. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it was a quick trip, but like, what are the effects on the body? Like, I remember seeing astronauts vividly training, like, it was like a kind of platform thing where you put your legs in and you have to run in it and it's filled with water. Shit like that, bro. So I don't know. Here we go.
I mean, Katy Perry coming out and she is kissing the ground, and there was a whole live stream going on when this was happening.
Shout out to Katy Perry. Katy Perry. Did she sing "I Kissed the Girl and I Liked It"? No, that was Lady Gaga. What did Katy Perry sing? Katy Perry, Dark Horse. Shout out to Katy Perry. Katy Perry likes the Dark Horse. I wonder what that means, my ninja. But anyways, what I wanted to say, that wasn't a joke. That wasn't a punchline. The punchline was this. Katy, shout out to you. Beautiful white lady. Hey, man, stop kissing the ground, bro. People walk on that shit, bro. Animals poop on there, bro. What you talking about, bro? What are we talking about, bro? Don't do that no more, bro. Don't do that no more. I know you happy being back at the crib or whatever, and when I say the crib, I'm referring to Terra. I'm referring to Earth. But like I said, my ninja, don't be playing no games like that, ninja. Don't kiss the ground, ninja. And this is a stand to all of y'all, bro. We outside, bro. When you in the field, bro, don't kiss the ground, bro. The ground is dirty, bro. The ground is dirty. You gonna end up with some bumps on your lips. You gonna be looking like, what the hell is this? Don't kiss the ground, bro. Don't do that. Do not do that shit. Ew.
You can also take a look here at what she said.
I feel super connected to love. So connected to love. I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is inside of you, like how much love you have to give, and how loved you are until the day you launch.
I felt
Boy, what the hell, boy?
What are you doing? You need to leave.
This is why it's hard to take people serious and take shit like this serious, bro. Because you're connected to love, bro. What are we talking about, bro?
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Hey, bro, what do y'all think, bro? I don't know, but let me see. Excuse me. So here is the footage. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, taking up space.
Tamir's in
So look, in this situation, their hair is actually moving and floating, and that's what I'm saying. In comparison to those last videos, their hair is actually somewhat floating.
space.
You see how their hair is somewhat loose? Ninjas ain't got no spacesuits in case something went wrong. I don't know, bro.
I gotcha.
They have no spacesuits in case something went wrong and they got stuck.
Proud of you, Flynn. Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon.
Another thing, bro. How does the moon look so far away? Ninja. If the moon looks far away on Earth, bro. Last night I was driving, it was a full moon out, bro. The moon looked closer to me right now, like yesterday, I mean, than what it did in that video, bro. And these ninjas are in space, bro. So I'm a little confused, bro.
It's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess. Wow. That's our pink moon.
That's the moon. That's the sun, Ninja. Ninja's talking about that's the moon. That's the sun, Ninja. Hey, bro. How they let them go, bro? Take me to space, bro. What are we talking about? Take me to space, bro. That's not fair, bro. What are we talking about?
Oh my gosh.
What the hell is that? Is that a cross?
Whoa. That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know.
2, 3, taking up space.
Tamir.
What kind of woo is that? Ninja, you in space. I would be tweaking, bro. I would be tweaking, bro, if I was in space, bro. I'll be like, yo, this is real. Boy, I would start praying. Shout out to God, bro. I would start praying, bro. What are we talking about? Talking about science made this shit. Pray to the Most High. And I ain't see nothing. No stars.
Flynn, I gotcha. Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn.
Oh no, dog. Oh no.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon.
Bro, look at the moon. Did y'all see the moon, bro? Hold on, bro.
Look at the blue line.
Oh my god.
Hold on. We're gonna run it back. Y'all gotta see the moon again, bro. Y'all gotta see the moon, bro.
3, taking up space.
Tamir's
Let's see what the comments say. They in there bullshitting with my tax money. Look at that, bro. They saying that little speck right there. Can y'all see that, bro? I'm gonna make it bigger. Hold on. Wait till you guys see this. Hold on.
Flynn, I gotcha.
Yeah, shout out to Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn.
They just kissing everything. Oh my.
Oh, the moon! You guys, I will.
So I'm guessing that little speck that you see right there. Hold on, let me make it big so everybody can see it. I'm guessing based off of what they said because they try to take a picture. That little speck is the moon. These ninjas is lying, bro.
What the hell,
bro? How does the moon look further away in space than it would in real life? Now, I guess I'll put money on this shit, right? I put money that they'll have some scientific explanation behind it. I don't know what to believe no more, bro.
I have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goddess. Wow. That's our pink moon.
They said pink moon, Ninja.
Okay. Now it's time to look out.
Oh my gosh.
What the hell is that, bro? Is that X? Oh, is that a butterfly? Shout out to the butterflies. I don't know. Yeah, bro. I don't know what to believe, bro, but let's get to the main event. Shout out to everybody that watched so far, man. Y'all hit that button that rhymes with Mike. Yes, sir. We appreciate y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. Let's get on a more serious note, and we'll discuss this Krishan Rock saying that NBA players should WNBA players should make as much as basketball players. That's insane. But we'll discuss that later. Yeah, so main event, man. What's this ninja name? Shout out to Austin Metcalf. Shout out to Karmelo Anthony. We had to give you guys a little bit of fun, serious conversation now. So as far as we know, Karmelo Anthony has posted bond. And like I said, my advice is give this kid some space. I know everybody want bad things to happen to him. That just goes to show the kind of people you really are. Yeah, and I'm saying that. I'm stamping that here. Karmelo Anthony. So a couple things are happening here. So his family's using the $430,000 in donations to buy a new house and hire security. That's a very smart move. Very smart move. Very, very smart move. Only thing that's not too smart about it is just right now where the economy is. I don't know if that's entirely the smartest thing to do, but I mean, it is a smart move. Secondly, they would have to make sure to buy that house through a realtor. Don't buy it under their name because not only are people watching, but people may not want to do business with them after the whole nature of the case because people have mixed feelings about it. Like I said, so his bond was reduced. We'll start with Fox 4 News. So the Frisco track meeting stabbing suspect released after bond reduced to $250,000. Karmelo Anthony's out of jail after posting bond. In court this morning, his $1 million bond was reduced to $250,000. He will be placed on house arrest, fitted with an ankle monitor, and won't be allowed to use social media. Anthony is charged with the murder of Austin Metcalf. Hold on, let me make this a bit smaller so y'all can see me. There we go. Yeah, so like I said, Anthony is charged with the murder of Austin Metcalf at a Frisco track meet on April 2nd. He's back home after he bonded out. The judge agreed to reduce his sentence. Here's the video. One sec.
Your good day just
you know they got to do the
better.
advertisement.
Hannah and Steve are
No, it did not. You get no advertisement on my stuff. Y'all follow me, man. All my links. Go find all my links. All my links at Blac Adam. Find all my links. You can find all my stuff. Support me on there, man. They always trying to advertise. I'm going to advertise myself. Support me, man. Support me. I appreciate you guys. All right, so here we go. Where's the sound at? Hold up.
We're up.
He ain't got nothing to say to you, Nathan. Leave him alone. No.
Karmelo, why were you armed at school?
He was armed because you're allowed to be armed. Maybe not at school, but everybody's allowed to be armed. This is Texas, baby. Yeah, hey, bro. Tough time. Sad situation. You know, it's a couple things, because it's tough because when bad things go on in the community, and I'm saying the community, I'm referring to the black community right now. It's tough because when the bad things go on in the community, we tend to look out for the people who are doing bad in the community. But when it comes to the people who do good in the community, we don't have the same kind of energy. And I'm here to stamp this. Y'all heard it here first from Blac Adam himself. Ninja, you can see my colors, so I'm allowed to speak on it. We need to focus on not only this situation, but we need to focus on uplifting the people that look like us, especially the younger people and the older people. We need to uplift everybody in our community. So we need to have that same kind of energy and wherewithal when it comes to practicing economics with people that look like us. Now, I'm not finna rant because majority of these ninjas don't care. But what I'm saying is this. When a young kid, right, I'm not on anybody's side in this situation because I understand both parties. But of course, naturally, we're all going to tend to side with what looks like us majority of the time, unless, you know, you're a sellout and you like other people. I mean, I like myself and I like the people that look like me. So what I was going to say was, you know, majority of the time when something bad goes on in the community, we kind of, you know, we try to, within reason, depending on the situation, we act differently. So, you know, the main thing that people are going to say is when it comes to this situation, and let me put this away before it cuts out and cancels the stream. When it comes to this situation with Austin and, what's the ninja name? Karmelo. You know, it's multifaceted. The question becomes, would we have this same energy if it was a black on black crime? And that's the question, right? That's the question. Now, naturally, you guys are going to be like, and I'm saying you guys and my ninjas, y'all niggas going to be like, oh, you know, that doesn't matter when white people do it all the time, And I'm not saying you're wrong. You're not wrong. But I'm saying, would this have had the same reaction that it did? I don't think so. The only reason why I had the reaction that it did also is not because of black people. It's because of the white people. Because the white people love to turn around and do what they do and protect their own. And I'm saying we should take a play out of their playbook and learn to protect our own in all instances, not only this instant. Because we always want to protect our own when it comes to the negative instances. I'm saying protect our own in all instances. I mean, when one of us does something that's noteworthy, and when I say noteworthy, I mean creates a new invention or does a new dance, we protect our own by providing that person with the money to go fund themselves to turn around and copyright that dance, intellectual property, copyright that invention, put us in a position to where we can protect ourselves and allow ourselves to thrive. And the reason why we don't thrive is because we've allowed people to look into our community, and that's why they act the way they act, by the way, if you guys didn't know. And this is black people. I'm speaking to all black people. And for those of you who don't think you're associated with those black people, you just don't know yet because they haven't showed you yet. But trust me, you're associated with us as well. Everybody across the diaspora, which I got to realize is this, bro. The reason why all other communities act the way they do with us is because we've allowed a light to be shed on our community, and we've allowed ourselves to be looked at as the leader of culture. Shout out to us for doing that, right? So black people are the leader of all cultures, right? And other people will turn around and say, no, they're not. No, they're not. Well, like I said, to everybody that says no, they're not, ask yourself why you have to say the N-word to feel empowered when you're in private with your friends. We'll start there. But like I said, there's no need for me to go into explicit and intricate details about it. But yes, the problem is by being the leader of culture, we turned around and made ourselves look positive and at the same time negative in the sense that because we wanted to be the leader in everything with culture and all that and be the first to do all this stuff, when it comes to important issues, nobody cares about what we have to say about important issues because we never cared about what we had to say when it comes to important issues. So I'm saying all that to say, when it comes to certain situations, these things always highlight the current state of America, whether or not people are aware to it or privy to it. But we need to focus more on uplifting our people or protecting our people or standing with our people, whatever terminology you want to use in all instances. Now, I'm saying this and it's probably going to fall on deaf ears. And I'm aware because black people aren't monolithic in their thinking. And even then, all types of people aren't monolithic in their thinking. But I will tell you this. When it comes to other kinds of people, in comparison to black people, other types of people are willing to stand behind theirs, whether they're right or wrong. Whereas us, we're willing to throw each other under the bus if we're right or wrong. And that's what we have to stop doing that. We have to learn to stand with our people no matter what. And then from there, maybe we can do this thing where we find a way to, what's the correct terminology? First off, have some decorum. Don't act like low class individuals, but have some decorum and learn how to. I'm trying to say it in the right way, and there's no right way to say it. But basically, police our own people. We have to learn to police our own people in the right way, because at the end of the day, if we allow other communities to police our people, that's the current state of America, and that's why everything is the way it is, because you guys have allowed other communities to police your own people. Instead of crying about it and saying, oh man, we got to learn to communicate with each other and police our own people. Now, like I said, communication does not mean, oh, I'm finna jump you, or I'm setting you up, I'm backdooring you. Shout out to the niggas. We gonna say it today. Shout out to the niggas. Now, there are niggas that can't be saved. I'm here to tell you, there's niggas that can't be saved. My advice to you, breed them out. You got to breed them out. I'm going to say what needs to be said. You got to breed them out, because at the end of the day, there are people you can't be, that can't be reasoned with. But when it comes to people who have some form of intellectual capacity, or what's a better terminology? People with promise in our community need to be protected and need to be lifted up. I'm using me as an example. Shout out to my parents. My parents did what they had to do, and shout out to everybody in my community that didn't hate on me. I'm talking about the people I came up with, not the people I went to school with, because majority of the people I went to school with, not all of them, but a good portion of them was hating on me. I'm talking about the people that I woke up and saw every day when I was 16 and I went to go work. the people that allowed me to make mistakes and gave me the grace of making mistakes, whereas there were those that didn't. And those people specifically tried to set me back. I don't fuck with you people, and I know who you are, and you know who you are, and you're gonna remember my name because I'm going far. I'm pushing. We gonna push. But yeah, shout out to the people that were in my community that I woke up every day when I went to work, starting when I was 16, that looked out for me and made sure I was good and protected me and shielded me, and did what they had to do to keep me going down the right path. You know, I'm always thankful for those people. And I realize, you know, they say, you know, black people aren't monolithic in their thinking, but it takes a village to raise somebody. So I'm the moniker, like, I'm able to talk, articulate, do what I do the way I do because I was raised by a village. Whether or not I tell them about it, you know, it is what it is. My village raised me, and that's why I come out like this, and that's why I'm able to have the wherewithal that I do. I'm able to have the what's the proper terminology? I'm able to have the self-control that I do. Other people weren't as lucky as me. You know, I'm thankful. You know, I thank God every day because, you know, I see people that look like me and I feel for my people because they're not in the same position as me. And a lot of them are lost, too far gone. Like I said, as a community, we need to do better. I had a bunch of people that looked like me when I was back home. These people looked out for me. I'm telling y'all, I used to eat for free. I used to get haircuts for free. And this is stuff that my parents didn't know about. Like my people, like my friends knew about it. Eat for free. Haircut. There were certain places in Miami that I could eat for free. Big deal. Big deal. So yeah, hold on, we're gonna take a quick break. All right, we back. Now, the reason why I had to take that break is because we had to take another break. We got to take another break. Hold up. All right, so I'm going to speak like this. So the reason why we had to take that break is because, you know, like I said, I understand both sides. So when you see somebody that looks like you in one of these positions, it's a very sad thing. And the reason why, well, if you have empathy, of course, I have empathy. So when I see somebody that looks like me in that situation, you know, it hurts me. And the reason why it hurts me is because I could have potentially been in that situation. So when it comes to Karmelo, one sec. What's going on today, people? No, but in all seriousness, when it comes to Karmelo, when you see the hate that's pushed towards him and that's a kid, regardless of what happened in the situation, if you have empathy, you will feel bad for both parties. So I feel bad for Austin. I feel bad for Karmelo. I feel bad for both parties because it shouldn't have happened like that. And like I said, me personally, I've been in them situations where I could have potentially did the same thing. But because I had I'm not going to say it was the mental capacity. What I will say is it's basically, you know, I didn't want to disappoint my parents. And that's the whole thing. So I wasn't necessarily thinking for myself. That's what I'll say it as. So it was I'm telling you guys, I done been jumped before. I done been jumped multiple times. I done been in them situations. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. So I could have turned around and ended them people. I'm talking about I had the capacity and I had the means to do so. You can use your head. But yeah, so when I see somebody in a situation like that, it hurts me because I'm like, man, that could have been me. So it makes me proud. Hold on, I'm gonna come back on. It makes me proud when I see people that look like me standing up for people that look like me, because I grew up in a society where, other than the people that was my village, the people that looked like me did not act right with the people that look like me. So it makes me happy, like I said. When it comes to Karmelo, it makes me sad because, like I said, this whole situation, you go on social media, you see the true reality of things. And it's tough because as a black person, as a white person, you got to explain to your kids that there's a whole beef between each other when there shouldn't be a beef over something that happened a long time ago and it was wrong, but everybody was participating in it willingly. And I'm not saying willingly, but the best way I can say it is when Kanye said slavery was a choice, it was a choice. People made wrong choices, and we have to learn to accept that as a community if we want to move forward. I don't know if we'll be able to. Like I said, I don't know if we'll be able to, but if we don't, we're going to keep seeing situations like this. So we have to find a way to all come together under one common ground. And my whole common ground is the fact that the way I was raised like we're all human. So I was raised like there was only one race, and that was the human race. So it's like I said, bro. Well, hold what's going on today? What's going on today? Yeah, so like I said, man, I was raised like there was one race, and that was the human race. I grew up in a house, I saw two shades. So my mom, my stepmom, shout out to my stepmama. So my dad is my color, my stepmom is Austin Metcalf's color. So I seen something else coming up, right? So with that being said, it's just I didn't understand racism until I got older. And that's why I say it's a sad situation, because hate is something that's taught to people. So me coming up, I've never hated on anybody. And the reason why I can't hate on people is just, it's not in my blood. It's just not in my blood. So like I said, when it comes to this situation, we need to stop teaching hate. And we gotta, like I said, it's fucked up. The correct terminology, we'll use the terminology white supremacy. Unfortunately, we have to say white supremacy because that's what they called it, right? It could have been called black supremacy back in the day. But we got to get past this whole shit of all this. Everybody got their stereotypes and it is what it is. Okay, cool. Past that, we got to find a way to find a common ground. We don't have to like each other. Like I said, if you don't like me, I don't like you. We don't got to like each other. But we got to keep in mind that when we do these things, and I'm saying to the adults, when y'all act like this and y'all teach y'all kids this kind of shit, this kind of hate shit, this is what occurs. And when I say this, I'm referring to this. This is the situation that occurs. So my advice to everybody is to stop teaching their kids hate. Now, like I said, my message is going to fall on deaf ears. I don't know what's going on, man. Black Adam emotional today. Goddamn. It's crazy. I think back, I experienced hate. I've never spoke on these things. I experienced hate from white people when I was in FIU. Shout out to FIU. I'm a Panther, baby. I'm a Panther. So I experienced hate. I had white friends that used to let me know every day that I was black to make themselves feel better than me. That's real shit. I'm really telling y'all some real shit. And I realized, when I realized these people didn't fuck with me, I was doing financial planning, but that's a whole nother conversation. But long story short, I had white so-called friends that let me know every day that I'm black and that they might think that they're better than me. And, out of respect for myself and for my family, I didn't put hands on them. Between me and you guys, I should have knocked all their ass out one by one, but I chose not to do that. But yeah, they bully me every day. And like I said, the sad situation about it, for those of you who don't know, Black Adam graduated early. So I graduated high school at 16. I graduated college at 19. So these people were all older than me. And on top of that, they were aware. I'm good now, by the way, guys. But yeah, so they were aware that they were older than me. And, they posed under the guise that, we're going to look out for you and be cool with you and all this stuff. And they used to bully me every day. And, you know, now I think back, yeah, I should have laid them out. And I understand now. I'm like, hey, you know, since I didn't lay you out, you can't get no pass. You get nothing from me no matter where I go, because I'm going to go far. I already know that. But yeah, you get no pass. But yeah, they used to bully me every day. And I never told my parents all that because I didn't want to start problems. And that's why I say protect your kids. And that's why I say in this situation, if those kids was bullying him, he did what he had to do, because I don't like bullies, because I've been bullied my whole life. And it's a lot of people that bully me. A lot of people that bully me for being black, which is not a choice. I'm just like this. For being smart, because I was smarter than the average person. They was mad, especially because I was black and smart. Like I said, I graduated with the superintendent's diploma of distinction. I graduated top 10% in high school, top 5% in high school, top 10% in college. I graduated with honors, 2 degrees, all that. So they used to bully me for being black, for being smart. That was really pretty much it, for being black and being smart, because they didn't like the fact that I was going against the societal norms or whatever the case may have you. So yeah, you know, I think back, like I had one girl, I'm not going to say her name. And she knew she was messed up when she said it. She was blonde hair, blue eyes. I don't know what, we were talking about something, and I was saying something about being president. And that's where I'm saying where hate is taught. And I remember she was like, oh, Adam, you could never be president. I'm like, what are you talking about? Why would I never be president? She was like, you can never be president. Look at the color of your skin. This is a white girl that said that to me. This is a white girl that said, white girl, blonde hair, blue eyes, said that to me to my face. And like I said, felt comfortable. It's not the problem of her saying it to my face, because I'm going to eat that. I'm looking at you like, what the hell? And like I said, I didn't understand racism like that when I was a little bit younger. So in my head, I'm looking at the world like, hey, everything's possible. And that's why I tell y'all, tell your kids you can do anything, because they'll try to box you in. So yeah, like I said, she felt comfortable enough to say that to me. That's why I say the audacity. For example, with that, what I showed you guys right here, but I'm pretty sure this was a girl though, but I'll show you guys again right here on my Instagram, where I should be pressing charges, and I probably will. With this person right here, had the audacity, supposedly, this is a 13-year-old white boy, supposedly. I'm 13 and I'm a white boy. What you gonna do? To even have the audacity to be able to speak to me like that. That's why I say, hey, I play no games with people. Don't fuck with me, because I'm one of the people that will turn around and sue you and your family, bro, because you play with me, and you play with my emotional distress. I think that's the reason why my parents wanted me to be a lawyer. But yeah, it's like I said, bro, to have the audacity, to have I can't pronounce it, but the mitigated gall, I believe it's called. Hold on, we're gonna pull it up. To have that kind of boldness inside of you to disrespect me like that, you done lost your mind. And that's why I say, or that's where people say white privilege. Now at the same time, shout out to the black people, y'all starting to act like colonizers, bro. We're gonna put it on the flow. Y'all trying to act like the same colonizers that you despise. You can't turn around and do that and expect them to turn around and be like, oh, it's all good, because they're the ones that created that system. So we better find something new. But yeah, like I said, that girl told me I would never be president because of the color of my skin. That's a white girl while I was in college. Mind you, this girl's older than me. And then try to apologize like I didn't mean it. Please forgive me. And I forgave her, but I never forgave her. It's always stuck with me. The mitigated gall. That's what it is. The mitigated gall. No, the unmitigated gall. I don't know, whatever word I'm trying to say. Yeah, bro, I done seen some wild shit. I done heard some wild shit, and that's why I be on 10 with people. So y'all wonder why I'm so cold. It's situations like that I've had in privacy with people where they try to turn around and make me feel small so they could feel big. So when it comes to this situation, it's like I said, I'm not gonna call it a win, but I'm not gonna say what's the word? What's the correct terminology? I'm actually happy that they lowered the bond and they gave him a chance. All I will say though is when it comes down to it, if this was a black on black crime, would it have been as big? I don't think it would have been as big, but this is just the only reason why it's so big is because of Austin Metcalf. That's why, because they thought they was finna throw Karmelo Anthony under the jail, and now they're shocked because they're not able to. So let's look at the story real quick. My bad for getting emotional on the Blac Pill. You know, I gotta let y'all know. Wake up, Melody. I gotta let y'all know what it is. Black Adam has a heart, but it's black though, and it's because of everybody that not everybody, but the people that was mean to me when I came up with them. Oh yeah, I remember all of you. Will I expose you? Probably not, but don't ever come back into my life. Don't come back into my life. I'm not referring to family. I'm referring to people that I met in the real world. Like when I was at college and shit like that. You cut off, bro. I'm talking about the way I'm feeling low key, like because of all this shit that's going on, bro. Some of y'all follow me and I follow you on social media. I'm about to unfollow y'all as soon as we get off here, bro. It's like that, dog. It's like that, dog. It's like that, dog. Cause look, if I had I had told some of them, I was like, you know, if I beat your ass, like I had to tell them like that because I ain't want to be low class. Cause I'm like, yo, I gotta move with some class. I'm in college. I had to tell them, I said, you know, if I beat your ass, they'll turn around and act like I'm the bad guy. They talking about, oh, we're gonna chill out, bro. We're just joking with you. It's like, I'm not joking with you. I will beat your ass into the concrete, bro. And I hate to talk like that because my parents don't like that, but it's like, bro, if we being serious about it, bro, shout out to the black people. All right, man, we're gonna finish the show. All right, come on. Let me see. We're gonna go to TikTok real quick and see what they saying. Like I said, crazy times, bro. Crazy time. And look, please don't hit me up. Please don't hit me up. And I'm not referring to them. I'm referring to the people on social media. You don't have to feel bad for me. I'm good. Don't hit me up talking about I'm sorry you went through that. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. It's all good. People wonder why, what's the word? People wonder why I'm so positive. It's because I've seen the other side, my ninja. I've seen the other side. But yeah, let me see. Karmelo, Anthony, Austin Metcalf. Y'all wonder why I'm cold. Why I give no grace to none of these people. That's why I give no grace to none of these people. Because these people, something else. Here we go.
First of all, the idea of race, I mean, you lived it with Zimmerman in a big way. There's so many people who believe that that's why Zimmerman wound up beating that case. But what do you see here? What are your questions? What will matter?
Oh, no, it's definitely a consideration. It always is, whether it's a sort of obvious what we're doing or the implicit one, because we all carry these implicit biases with us that perceive or impact how we perceive an event. Now, what's really it's going to come down to, and I disagree with the guy who said this is not a self-defense case yesterday. I think he said it. This is definitely a self-defense case because it always is one until you look at the facts of the case and compare the two. You have to compare who was the initial aggressor. Was it an aggressive act for him to go up and say, get away from the tent? Did he do more than that? My understanding was maybe he touched him and put hands on him. Granted, that makes the decedent in this case maybe the initial aggressor. But you really still then have to look at whether or not Karmelo Anthony responded with appropriate force, he used a deadly weapon, and whether or not he was in imminent fear of great bodily injury. That's the standard in Texas and most every state to determine whether.
And look, so this is why he might win, because if they were trying to jump him, that's immediate fear. Jumping is not a fair fight. So that's what they're going to look at. And for all you people that turn around and say, oh, well, he could have just took the ass whooping. Next time you get jumped or robbed, just take it. That's all I can tell you. Just take it. Here we go.
Whether or not his actions, the way he perceived him, the way Karmelo Anthony perceived him when he took out that knife and stabbed him. The good part is if the decedent was the aggressor initially. The bad part for Karmelo, if in fact it's true that he sort of said, touch me and you'll see, because that's that aggression, that's that predisposition towards violence that doesn't have a place in a true self-defense case.
There you go. So it's iffy, but even then, this is where I say the law is a little bit weird because you're allowed to defend yourself, but you got to act like you're not going to defend yourself. Weird times we live in. We're going to look at Hunter Metcalf, the twin, speaking out following his brother's tragic death. Here we go.
He grabbed the bag, and then I whipped my head around, and then all of a sudden I see him running down the bleachers, grabbing his chest, just blood rushing out. You know, he said, he got stabbed. First I froze for half a second. I didn't know what to do. And then I saw him about to fall. I went to go over there. I grabbed.
All right, let me land this plane real quick. So Hunter Metcalf said that when his brother grabbed the bag,
he turned around.
He said he turned around.
You know what I'm talking about?
See his brother coming down the bleachers, holding his heart, saying he got stabbed. So Karmelo wasn't in the tent at the time. They chased that boy up the bleachers. Look where the body was. 10 rows up from the tent. I know I'm not tripping. Check this out.
Okay, so that's the body and that's the tent.
You grab the bag.
So that's what I'm saying, where y'all looking at the story, y'all not looking at the real story. And that's why I say it's a sad situation. And that's why it makes me emotional, because it's like, y'all gotta learn, stop fucking with people, bro. Don't fuck with people. You have no control of how somebody's going to respond to you. Do not fuck with people. Don't fuck with people. It don't matter, white, black, yellow. Somebody fuck with me now after all the bullshit I've been through. God's gonna judge you, bro. Cause I ain't playing no games with nobody, bro. I'm not finna sit there and act like, please don't put your hands on me. Oh, don't do this to me. I'm gonna defend myself. And now you guys are turning around and say, I'm an adult, though it's different. It's not different. A kid's allowed to defend themselves. Now, how far they can defend themselves, I don't know. And that's why I say the whole situation is iffy. But they got the cameras, though, because he says that about the body, and he says he pulled out he says he pulled out the knife to stab him. So where they found the body, is that after he got stabbed? Did he chase him after he got stabbed? Or did he chase him before he got stabbed? And that's the whole thing, where it's like, okay, what really happened? And nobody's saying the full story. They won't say it because nobody wants to get in trouble. But Karmelo's going to let it fly. Shout out to Karmelo. Shout out to the square. Hey, everybody play square, bro. Here we go.
Apparently, Karmelo Anthony's family, right, are using the $400,000 they raised, and one of the things they're going to buy after they lowered the bond is they're going to buy them a new house because of the threats they're getting. So they have to buy a new house. I don't know when y'all black people are going to ever learn.
You see, like I said, and this is what I'm talking about. I got no common sense, bro. People know where they stay, bro. People know where they stay. It's not about the house, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
It's not about the house. They have to get a new place to stay. The money's going to be used regardless. They got to get a place to stay. People know where they are. They've been threatened. It's public information. Yes, they have to buy a new house. If they stay in the same place, Karmelo's life is at risk. Because of the nature of the case and because of what everybody said, talking about they going to find him in the streets. Yes, his life's at risk. Here we go.
People on the left, especially the black community. George Floyd people did the same thing, but we don't care enough. We're used to abuse. We're used to being used, right? The George Floyd family people did the same thing. The people that raised money for George Floyd, BLM, that scam that nobody the black will talk about, that stole all your money.
They didn't scam anybody, guys. And this is what I'm talking about. Stop spreading false information. It's not a scam. What happened with the other white boy? They raised over $1 million. It's not a scam. When you give somebody money, you can't be mad at what they do with the money if you gave them the money. So if they gave them the money and they turn around and buy a house, I mean, what are they supposed to do? Live in the same house with that money when everybody knows where they're staying at? Like, what are we talking about, bro? Everybody knows where they're staying. They got to move. They're members of the community. So that means the people who are in the community that didn't like what he did will potentially target him. So yes, they have to go into hiding. They have to hire security. They got to live in a new spot until everything dies down and the case is over with. If you don't understand that, you never will. It is what it is. Here we go.
Multiple witnesses reported that Austin Met have told the suspect, Karmelo Anthony, that he would need to move out from under his team's tent, considering Anthony is a student at Centennial High School. But he was sitting under Memorial High School's tent. And after telling him this, Anthony opened his bag, reached inside and said, "Touch me and see what happens." BCAF reportedly then touched Anthony, and Anthony then said, "Punch me and see what happens." Soon after, Metcalf grabbed Anthony to tell him to move, at which point Anthony pulled out the weapon and stabbed Metcalf once in the chest before running away. And after officers caught up with Anthony, he immediately told them, "I was protecting myself," and that Metcalf put his hands on him. And while the officer was walking him to his car, he said he had the alleged suspect, to which Anthony responded, "I'm not alleged. I didn't." And while Anthony was in the cop's car, he asked if Metcalf was going to be okay. And then later, as if his actions could be considered self-defense entity, is currently being held in jail, and his bond has been set to $1 million. But rest in peace to Austin. Let me know what you guys think.
Shout out to first, everybody that called him a murderer. If you're a murderer and you kill somebody in cold blood, you wouldn't actually want to know whether or not that person's going to be okay. And that's where I'm saying, where a lot of times we have empathy for people that do us harm. And I'm not saying Austin did or didn't do, but supposedly he was being bullied, right? I'm going off of the assumption that he was being bullied. So he still had empathy for this person doing him harm. And if that comes out, that also plays a role in this whole thing too, because it's like, okay, so he didn't do this premeditated. He did it to defend himself. Yes, he didn't try to kill him. He was trying to defend himself. Maybe probably hurt him so the other boy would stop hurting him. But like I said, when it comes down to it, I have no dog in this fight. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just saying, let's see how it plays out. Y'all got to learn to have empathy for people that look like you and people that don't look like you, regardless of what happened in the past, bro. Because what happened in the past is what it is. But we got to move forward, because if we don't move forward, it's going to be the same cycle. It's going to keep being the same cycle. Here we go. Charleston White.
Calf, you see the boy in Frisco stabbed to death by Karmelo Anthony?
Yeah. My heart goes out to the family. They trying to make this a race issue, and this is a right or wrong issue.
Okay. So no, real quick, I like where you're going on this, because I'm not even trying to race bait or anything. People are making this about black and white. You see that they're trying to make this kind of like a Trayvon Martin kind of, they're talking about it. But where do you?
It is. Trayvon Martin was an angry black kid that had to be sent to his father because he lacked discipline, grew up in a home with his single mother. Any well-behaved kid with manners that had respect of adults, once George Zimmerman approached him, whether he's right or wrong, as a child, this is an adult. You get off the phone with that fat-ass girlfriend you trying to fuck, you call your dad and say, hey, Dad, it's an adult around here to just stop me. He says he's calling the police. Rather than doing that, he had an attitude, because as young black males in this country, we have an authority problem because we walking around angry, displaced from our father's issue, but we resent our mothers.
That's true.
So we're a ticking time bomb. And Trayvon Martin could fight. So that's why I say you be careful approaching some of these young kids. What a 13-year-old will kick a 40-year-old's ass.
That's true.
And that's what happened in that situation. He underestimated this kid, and he was looking for trouble. But by law, he was right. And he was judged by his peers. So we can't say nothing once you're judged by your peers.
Well, what do you think's going to happen in this Austin Metcalf thing? You think he's
Metcalf ass go, well, no, that boy going to jail.
Karmelo Anthony's going to go to jail.
Karmelo going to jail. Because listen, you cannot bring a weapon to school.
Yeah. So
you can't say I was
What if he says self-defense?
There's no self-defense, because if you are afraid the day before, where you have to take a weapon to school, why not notify your parents? Parents, you notify the school teacher. School teacher that's bringing these kids in here and resolve this issue is called conflict resolution. We was taught.
Now look, Charleston White, even though he's a little bit abrasive, even though he's a bit abrasive with his approach, he makes a good point. And this is where I say we need to get better at discussing, having conversation with one another. So this is the thing where I tell y'all, bro, shout out to the game bangers and all that. Stop playing that game. Y'all know I'm a square. Play square, because it's easier to sit there and have a conflict resolution. And if y'all can't be cool with each other, okay, then don't talk to each other. Don't speak to each other. But now it's documented if you fuck with me. So if you fuck with me and I turn around and defend myself, it's documented. Here we go.
In homes that has morals and values, you tell the teacher. Somebody fucking with you, you tell the teacher. Let the teachers know, so when y'all have an altercation, you're cleared and you're covered.
There you go.
Documentation beats conversation.
So this is one thing that my dad told me to do too. If I used to ever get into an issue with somebody, he said, tell the teacher 3 times, don't do anything 3 times, then you could fight. I just didn't feel like fighting because I knew what I was capable of. I didn't want to hurt nobody because I hurt people before, so I was like, all right, I'm not finna do all that. But yeah, my dad used to tell me, tell the teacher 3 times. If it doesn't stop after the 3rd time, you got to do what you got to do. And I spared a lot. I'm telling you guys, y'all don't understand, bro. The reason why I get emotional about that shit is because I spared so many people, bro. I spared people knowing what I'm capable of, and them people knew too that I spared them, bro. And like I said, it's cool now because we're adults. I got shit I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make this money. I don't care that much. But it just annoys me because it's like, you try to take advantage of me, and I let you take advantage of me. That shit sits in my soul so bad. That's why I don't fuck with you. If I see you in the streets, don't say what's up to me, because I'm going to ease you. I'm going to look at you like, who the fuck is you? And I'm finna keep it moving, bro. Anyways, here we go.
Words of documentation just say this is self-defense. It's a premeditated crime because you took a weapon in fear. Anticipating to use it.
That was premeditated, though.
And it said a track meet. You getting ready to run track with other kids and you got a knife on you. No, man, you got to go to jail. You got to go. There's no so when is it all right to kill the bully? I don't give a fuck what the bully did. He don't have a right to die.
No.
Man, you weak man. That's why I say teach the kids how to deal with bullies, and this won't happen.
Yep.
We're all.
That's why when I have my kids finna be bought. My kids finna, boy, My kid's finna be bad, boy. Yes, sir. My kid's gonna be bad, boy. Here we go.
Not equal. Even in nature, you can be feeding a flock of birds. There's gonna always be one bird to come in and take the food from the. This is nature. Yeah. You cannot get rid of bullies. Teach the kids how to deal with them. Bullies build character. You go to work, it's gonna be a bully supervisor, a bully co-worker. You cannot get rid of the bully. Teach our children conflict resolution. Everything don't have to end in violence. But when you come from the black culture, everything is disputed in violence.
Yeah. That is the problem, though. That's how you.
It's the culture.
That's the culture. Is that's how they solve when you have a serious issue. They don't even contemplate trying to talk it out.
We teach a no snitching rule, right? So our kids are walking around with these mafia rules, codes, and ethics of the streets that's held over children about no snitching. So now I have to take a weapon because I don't want to be a snitch and kill another kid. Oh, it's a simple solution. Go tell the teacher. Tell your parents.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna give you guys a simple solution. Tell the teacher, and if somebody keep fucking with you, you don't have to kill them. But yes, now you can resort to violence because you told once or twice. And now it's like you were in fear because this person keeps threatening you. And after that, you tell your parents, I want to press charges. There you go. You say I want to press charges. Because y'all gotta understand, bro. The only time people start fucking with you, what I learned is when you play with their money. Play with these people's money. So if these people mess with you, somebody mess with you and they look like they got money, bro, press charges, bro. That's it. Here we go.
It's a simple solution.
I know, but
tell, motherfucker, tell.
But what sounds crazy, I know it sounds so easy, but the thing is, even for the criminal, the guy that would commit an assault, if you stop him before he does the assault, then they don't have to go to jail as long. You know what I mean?
Man, this is not that kid's first time grabbing a weapon. Yeah. Because most kids who grab a weapon from the first time don't kill people.
Yeah, of course. You bring a gun a couple times before you shoot it.
And if I was being bullied and I'm in self-defense, even though he have an undeveloped brain and he's impulsive, why run?
I don't know.
Why get rid of the knife? You're showing criminal intent. Why throw?
Nah, and this is where I don't agree with Charleston White. He ran because he didn't know what to do. Secondly, he knew he was going to be in trouble. Third, like I said, you don't know, first off, underdeveloped brain, but you don't know what you'll do in a situation. You don't know how you'll react to the situation, because the same way, unfortunately, Austin lost his life is the same way for Karmelo Anthony. It was very, that was a traumatic experience because he didn't want to have to do that. But like I said, he was doing it to prove a point. Here we go.
Knife away where they can't find. He wasn't found with the knife in his pocket. He wasn't sitting down with the knife in his hand ready to explain what happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
why
would
would
you
he?
think that he had some sort
and that's the thing. That's why I say it's like, no, because he would be guilty. He would look guilty, of course, if he did that. Naturally, anybody would throw away the weapon that they just assaulted somebody with. Whether it was a gun, a knife, whatever, more than likely you wouldn't keep the weapon on you. You probably try to lose the weapon. That's just how it goes. Here we go.
Predisposition to wanting to murder, is that what you're saying? Is that
no. Children don't wake up to kill because they don't have the brain capacity, the brain development to say, I want somebody dead. Children are impulsive.
Yeah.
This was a tragic incident where a kid who don't have emotional intelligence acted impulsively because he comes from a culture that promotes, propagates violence. Mm-hmm. Every day, all day, kill, die, nigga, shoot, kill. You can't take this in, and you lack training. You lack morals. You have to have a foundation.
And this is where Charleston White loses me. Now, Charleston White has a good point. But I'm here to tell you guys, the reason why our culture's like this is because of the media. Shout out to the media. Media for the win. So the media is the fourth branch of government. So the media controls what's pushed to the people. It's not the people pushing it, because there's a bunch of artists talking about other stuff. The media controls what's specifically pushed to each community. Okay. The media picks, just like you see, there are certain stuff popping up. For example, on TikTok, I can't even blow my TikTok up. If I say anything that they don't like, every single thing that I post on TikTok on both of my accounts, I don't know if this happens for everybody. This happens for me specifically. It gets reviewed. Every single thing that I post gets reviewed. When I post on Instagram, no likes. Like I said, it's not necessarily us. It's what the media allows to blow up when it comes to us. So when it comes to anything negative, the media allows that to blow up. Trust me, if they didn't want it to happen, they would be stopping all of those posts. Now, you want my proof? There are, like, you know, my algorithm shows me stuff from all communities. So I've seen white on white crime. I've seen Latino on Latino crime. I see all of that because that's what I've seen in my algorithm. So that's what it shows me, right? But specifically, and I've tested this before, people I know, if I show them the same stuff, they're like, wow, how did you see that? And this is what it comes down to. The media makes a choice, right? The people who are in control of the media make a choice to allow all the negative stereotypes of black people be pushed to the masses. And that's done by design. That's it for today's show. Yes, sir. Y'all know what it is, man. Hit my description box. Oh, I ain't even have it up. Damn, where is it? Damn, it ain't even here. Where is it? Damn, it wasn't even here. Y'all know what it is, man. Y'all hit my line. Donate if you want to donate. Shout out to everybody that tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are not alone. There are pockets of Adam spread throughout the planet. We're going against the function. The device tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines. We are human beings. Join the Adam Effect. Join the movement. My bad for getting emotional, guys. My bad for getting emotional. You know, this social media, so hey, was it staged or was it real? You decide. Anyway, shout out to everybody, man.